My stupid ding is not there again. It pisses me off. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Level Up Show. I'm missing my ding-a-ling. There's problems happening already. I'm falling apart. It's not
ghost problems.
It's not something I got a ghost ding is what I got. I got a ghost ding going on in my ear. Normally, when we start the show, it gives me a little boop, like it's starting the show, but the last two times it does not. So my ding-a-ling is missing. So I might have to email Google and figure out what the fuck is happening on there, and because I like my ding.
Google at hotmail.com. Is that your email address?
Yeah, it's googlehelp@aol.cnet.hotmail.com/ICQ.
That's a good amount of nostalgia.
Do you think if I email them and just say ASL, they'll actually email me back? Do you think I'll get something back out of that? I wonder if you ask Siri, hey Siri, ASL, I wonder if she says something back to you, because that would be pretty fucking cool.
Try it. That's our new segment.
You can try it.
I mean, we'll try it live on the air then. Hang on, let me see if I can do this. Hang on. Hey Siri, ASL? Nope, it thought I said AFL.
Checking our AFL schedule.
The AFL schedule.
I'll clear that.
Last Friday and yesterday.
The 12th, 2, 4, 6, 8 teams left in the AFL. The Tampa Bay Storm are 1-11, in case you were curious about that, and the Portland Steel are also 1-11. However, the Arizona Rattlers, the Philadelphia Soul, and the Orlando Predators are also. I mean, the Orlando Predators sound maybe not like a good name that they should have anymore. That might need to be changed.
You think Magic's any better?
I mean, no, but at least it has some nostalgia with, Shaquille O'Neal and whoever else might have played for
Magic Johnson?
Well,
didn't play for him.
Do you think Magic Johnson, had he not gotten AIDS, could have had a second career in porn with the name Magic Johnson? Do you think that could have happened?
He could still do it with AIDS, because it'd be like a gimmick.
Gimmick porn?
Everybody's running from him.
I would hope that no one would want to watch that, but after seeing some of the weird shit that's on the internet, I bet you people would be into that. Somewhere someone would enjoy that sadly enough, AIDS porn featuring Magic Johnson.
Man, that's probably a thing. He's probably in it.
Instead of live...
You should Google it.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Instead of Live Aid, that music festival, it's Live AIDS with Magic Johnson. That's the name of the show. Oh, shit. Welcome to the show, everybody. Apparently we're talking about AIDS to start it off. With me, as always, are my two best friends who don't have AIDS. It is Ryan and Ralph. Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for being AIDS-less.
So far.
Yeah.
You're not ageless, though.
I've never been tested, so I can't confirm or deny.
Kid tested, mother approved, but
I hope not.
I will tell you though that Ryan, you are looking very fantastic tonight. It looks like you have lost 10 years of your life. What did you do, sir?
Well, I feel like I let it grow out like less than usual, but it was still way too long. So I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's growing faster or what. But I was way overdue for a shave.
Oh, I thought you might have been talking about your penis was still growing. I was like, what's the secret, buddy? Tell me what's going on. How do I get mine to grow? It doesn't grow no more. What's going on?
Yeah, every month. Every month it grows and you got to shave.
it's a curse.
Got to go to a special doctor to get it trimmed back.
Oh man, that'd be painful.
That would be the best. That would be the best kind of blessing and curse at the same time. I don't think anyone would complain, but maybe. It's kind of like that AIDS thing. Somebody would love it and somebody would hate it.
I think most would probably hate it.
I mean, you would only hate it if your penis got so big.
I just meant the AIDS thing.
Oh, I thought you meant the penis thing. I'm transfixed on that, so that's a thing. How you guys doing? It's been a couple weeks since E3. We talked last week about that and what our thoughts were going forward and what we're looking forward to. This week starts anew. A whole year until E3 again, or I guess a little under a year at this point. So just kind of looking forward to a quiet summer. We talked about what games were and were not coming out last week. So I think all of us can kind of say that there wasn't a lot going on this week. There wasn't a lot as far as news. We all didn't really play a whole hell of a lot, but we're going to talk to you about it anyway. Got a new edition of Surmise the Score for you, and we're going to check in on something we are all really bad at, and that is the social media presence that is the Level Up Show podcast and the zero media presence that it has. Although we do have 100 likes on Facebook. I mean, that's I guess a big deal. But I think we've got like
family members, I think.
yeah, it's I mean it's bots. It's a lot of bots. I consider.
Oh yeah, the TL USP bot.
Yeah, we have. I think we have 14 followers on our Twitter. Our Twitter does not get used, although Ralph was using it for like a year straight, and then just quit using it. We have 16 followers on
I don't know
Twitter.
about a year. It was more like a week.
We got hashtag FE that we could be just blowing out right now.
The last thing that oh man, I literally our Twitter feed goes E3. We talked about we were tweeting stuff about that. I tweeted in April. I tweeted in March. Before that, it was December, November. Before that, it was E3 of 2015. So that was not good. I live tweeted E3 last year from that instead of us doing the Mixler thing. So before that, it had to have been Ralph asking about Andrew Brown and what he was up to at Grandma's house.
Yeah,
People need to know.
Probably eating Taco Bell at Grandma's house.
Yeah. Here, Ralph got infected at the Raccoon City contagion. You got caught in the sewer facility from a scientist zombie. That was a thing.
Was that Resident Evil Revelations 2? There's something dumb.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm not sure. And then there was this tweet about Ralph and DV's friendship level at 96% right there.
That's true. Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life. We were besties. That was a good thing.
What's going on with the rest of the 4%? Like,
I mean,
not 100.
It's because neither of us have vaginas, so we have to have somebody that has a vagina. That's the other 4%.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
It's 4% of the body, right?
Yeah, I mean, it might be. I don't know. You can make that assumption here on the Level Up Show podcast. Sure, the vagina is 4% of the female body. That makes sense. Yeah. You heard it here first.
Anybody.
I would take anybody with a 4% vagina. That's fine.
That's pretty low on tomatoes.
Well, is that the quality or what? I don't know.
I mean, use your own judgment. Whatever. It could be quality. It could be quantity. It could be dryness. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to put it.
Oh dear.
It could be a deer. I don't really know. I have no problems. I have no problems with any kind of species whatsoever. Maybe not a porcupine though. That seems like it would be a bad idea. But,
or a skunk, maybe.
I could probably get around a skunk. I smell all right. I think it'd probably be okay. I mean, my dad did call me Pepe Le Pew as I was growing up, so I mean, I got that going for me. So I think I'll be okay.
That's weird.
I'll just put a white streak right down the middle of my hair right here. I'll be blended in. No problem. Sound like a good idea. What have you guys been up to? How are you guys? How is life in the down south region? I don't mean your penis. I'm not talking about your penis. I promise.
I don't know about Colombia, but it's really hot. It has been really hot.
It's thick outside.
Yeah, like not. It needs to rain, and it's just barely rain every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's real close outside. I'm just gonna keep saying weird ways to say it's really humid.
Are you waiting for it to be moist? Does it taste moist in your mouth when you walk outside? Sticky even outside.
Sticky's it's hot, sticky, sweet from my head to my feet.
That's a good looking shirt you got on there, Ralph. What's that shirt there?
You can see that?
I can. It looks real familiar. It looks like you did a real good job cutting that bad bitch off and showing off your guns. The amazing one and only Spider-Man. I would tell you that your shirt looks also nice, Ryan, but I can't see what it is other than the Lions shirt that you have.
It's an Air Force.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Lions.
Oh, well, it's gray and white. It's the Air Force.
I kind of wish I did have a Lions sweatshirt, but I don't.
We can kickstart you one.
Yeah.
Are we going to make it?
I mean,
yeah, there's never been one made yet. So
GoFundMe so I can go to the store and buy one.
We'll do it. We'll start a Patreon that we get paid every time that we put out an episode, since that seems to be once a month. So we'll probably make like $1 a month. It'll get you a sweater by 2020 when they win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, buy soda at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, Dollar Tree.
Sounds like an alright idea. Other than it being hot, anything else fun and exciting going on?
Not really. Fireworks stands everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
One of them.
Like I'm still used to Iowa, so there's zero fireworks stands. Where in Missouri around this time of year they are everywhere.
It's very true. There's fireworks stands inside fireworks stands.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about any of those, fortunately or unfortunately up here.
You
we
could
have to
go.
get all-
You go set off the fireworks at Walmart, like someone did in Arizona. Does Walmart just sell like sparklers or like the popping things?
Poppers,
I don't know.
probably.
Yeah, they like lit somehow an end cap full of them on fire, and everybody thought guns were going off.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I went today and got my license renewed. I had to do that today. That was the only real fun and exciting thing that happened in my life. I got to smile because is it? I mean, I don't know. You guys both still have Iowa licenses, don't you, or did you get new ones for Missouri?
I've never had an Iowa one.
Mine says Iowa still.
So, when they first changed everything up, you couldn't smile. Like, you're supposed to be real, like, stern-faced, because apparently you don't smile when you get pulled over. But I went in today, and they're like, oh, you can smile. You just have to keep your lips pursed. You have to keep your lips closed. So I smiled, and kind of when I smile, you can see it right now, I kind of chink eyes. Is that racist to say, I guess?
That is really racist.
Yeah. It's not racist.
Like pachinko eyes?
Pachinko eyes, yeah. So when I smile, like my eyes kind of close, so like my license picture looks like I'm really baked and super stoned, which is the same thing, but I don't do drugs, so I don't really know which one to say. So it just looks kind of funny. So I went from looking like I was going to murder somebody to looking like I am ready to eat an entire bag of Oreos or box of Oreos or package of Oreos.
I mean, that's at like all times for me.
That was
Yeah.
you could probably you probably make that the same assessment about me. I could look like I put down some Oreos.
Is that racist?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I guess everything could be misconstrued as racist. I don't know. Call Bill Maher. He'll tell you. He probably knows best.
I think he knows what an Oreo is. He probably has never eaten an Oreo.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't know. You'd have to ask him. He's probably snowballed a couple times, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the lack of news that we have going on in the old video game industry, shall we? There's not been a whole hell of a lot going on this week. We had two things. One that doesn't pertain to any of us except for Ralph, but I don't think he played it. And the other we're all just going to laugh about. The first piece of the news is Devil's Third multiplayer has been discontinued by Nintendo. When did Devil's Third come out, Ralph?
Oh, like December, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Hasn't been a year yet.
So
No.
December, not even a year, and they're already discontinuing whatever What was the multiplayer, Ralph?
All I remember was there was a bunch of chickens I could collect,
That sounds good.
and there was some other mode I didn't get into that involved like I don't know, some kind of strategy stuff. You could build bases. I don't know. They had a lot of plans for that multiplayer, and like I remember trying it the week it came out, and there was like 5 people online. So I didn't have a lot of hope for it.
Yeah. I don't know how much. I mean, did that game sell more than 20 copies?
I don't know if they made more than 20 copies.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't in stores. The only place you could really buy it was maybe GameStop and the internet. So,
But
did you even get it at GameStop?
I don't. Did you? I thought you got it on Amazon, Ralph.
I got it from GameStop.
Oh, you got it from GameStop. I thought you got it from Amazon.
They have it on GameFly right now for $38 free shipping.
Oh, really?
Need it in your life. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it.
I already have a visitor. 10 seconds into the podcast.
Uh-oh, she's almost nude.
Oh, she's got underwear on and a shirt on. She's just got her pajamas on.
She's just pulling an Andre the Giant almost.
It's kind of early for pajamas.
I mean,
7:30-ish.
we're a tired household. These kids are ready to go to bed at all times. If you've not seen me, they get it from me. They fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? They know how to
Nice
sleep.
smile.
Yeah.
Here's the second one. You say hello.
Hello, the second child.
Say hi.
Hello. How's it feel being silver medal?
You always come in second place. There's no way for you to get gold. You always lose. What are you doing with your mouth?
She's either yawning or violently screaming.
What? You want up? You want down?
She's
You mean?
yawning.
You want down? You're gonna say bye?
Bye.
Say bye.
She doesn't know the difference between up and down.
I mean, she's two.
You know why? Because she's seen you playing the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Controller
She
upside
thinks
down.
upside down, right? Sure, yeah. Blame it on. I mean, yeah, blame it on me, man. That's fine. I don't mind.
Blame it on the rain.
You're half the reason she exists. So
I mean, that is 100% the truth. I am half of the reason she is alive. I did do part of the work. Oh, she wants fist bump. There it is. Nope.
She's fist bumping.
Bump City.
And high five.
This is the best.
This is the best kind of radio.
This is
Most accurate.
it's like the original
High five.
segment on the show. Bye.
The kids being around is definitely the original segment of the Level Up Show podcast. Like, we had our news and what we've been playing, and then it immediately devolved into children. Like, that was what it was. So, all right. So the news, yeah, the Devil's Third multiplayer, that got canceled by Nintendo, which isn't a big surprise by anybody. Secondly, was that that Batman remaster got, I mean, not canceled, I guess. It got delayed indefinitely, which I think we all saw the comparison shots, right, from the original to the remaster, and it was fucking garbage, right? We all can agree?
Yeah, it was weird.
I heard. I didn't really see. But
Just all you need to do is just YouTube and watch the first 45 seconds of it. I showed it to the coconut wife tonight, and she was like, the one on the left looks like the shitty one, and the one on the right, which was the original, looked the better. So how ridiculous is the fact that this is the remaster? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm not surprised that this got such a bad rap and the fact that they're not doing it. But I kind of hope that they take this into consideration and try to get some input from Rocksteady. I don't need Rocksteady to do it, but that game looked like shit. Like, at this point, just give me the originals in a box set. I don't need them to be remastered if they're going to look like that, you know?
yeah, like just put it to where they're running on the new systems, put them together for like $20. Who gives a shit?
Yep, just let me download it. Yeah, just let me download them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they decided to use Unreal 4 because Gears of War did the same thing, and Gears of War ended up being really buggy because of it. So
I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised, I guess.
That's surprising.
It is.
It is kind of surprising, I guess, but Warner Brothers is having kind of a bad time with Batman the last couple
I
of
wonder
releases.
if it'll even be this year.
No, I would doubt it.
Yeah, they may have just said this to get it out before Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, I could see them money-wise
They're
doing it
not.
before Christmas, but I think the smart play here is to just go and release it in January. I think that would be your best bet, is to just start out the new year with something hot and take the time to make it look good. Like, I want to play those games. Really, all I want to do is play Arkham Asylum again because that fucking game is amazing. But I don't want to play Arkham Asylum if it's going to look shittier than the PS3 version, which I have upstairs. I can put in my PlayStation 3 if I ever wanted to turn that on ever again. Like, I can do that. I have that ability. Why would I want to buy something new when there is no value?
Yeah.
And they're charging $50 for it too.
And there's just no way, you know. There's no value prop there for someone like me who would want to play Arkham Asylum at least, but there's no reason for me to do it, all things considered. I don't need, you know, don't package an Arkham Origins thinking that's going to sweeten the deal, because fuck that game.
I mean, the Wii U's got the definitive version of that, so, you know.
Was it the Armored Edition, right?
Oh, that was Arkham City. Armored Edition.
Armored Edition, that's what it was. I couldn't remember for sure. So yeah, that's kind of really the two big pieces of news as we head towards the end of June, early July. I haven't seen much coming on the way of any big news. Anything else you guys heard rumblings? I guess I saw some kind of Street Fighter V update today, but considering none of us really play Street Fighter V, I didn't know if that was a big deal. I think they're packaging in another new character was what it was.
Balrog.
Yeah, Balrog.
Yeah, the June update's coming out July 1st. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I don't know.
They're going to add that dude from Gears of War.
General Rom, finally.
Killer Instinct.
If you ever wanted to play the definitive version of Street Fighter V, you should play Street Fighter 4. Is that what you're telling me?
Perhaps. Or Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight.
Yeah,
on
you
Nintendo.
should just play Final Fight is what you're telling me.
Or that too, yeah.
Street Fighter 2, maybe. Champion Turbo, Super Turbo, HD Hyper Remix.
Tubular.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Tubular Remix, yeah, sure.
Turbular, yeah.
Torbjorn.
Pit fighting. Yeah.
Toward fuck city. So yeah, that's it for the news in the video game world. Let's move into the latest segment in the Level Up Show world. That is Surmise the Score. Ralph, take it away.
Oh, welcome to Surmise the Score, your favorite podcast within a podcast, I think.
Yes.
Okay, so last week we all decided, as a team, we decided to guess what Mario and Sonic at the Rio Summer Olympics 2016 edition on the Wii U, how we decided to see how it would fare on Metacritic since it had no reviews yet, because it wasn't out yet.
Correct.
So, we'll just say, coming in last place,
Hold on.
okay, the score of 53 was me.
Oh.
Yeah. Coming in silver,
Just barely.
with the score of 54 was Ryan. And with the actual Metacritic score being 67, and Derek guessed 69, and he loses because he went over.
Does this mean he gets a copy of the game?
That's what we should do. Is we should be so we should just spend the money every week on whatever game we guess, and whoever wins gets the game.
I'll just send you right to hell every week. I can all win every week. So the problem is, there's not a whole lot of hot items, since that was a hot item, coming out within the next couple weeks that doesn't already have a review score. So, do you guys know what 7 Days to Die is? If you don't,
Mentioned.
Just heard about. Go ahead.
uh-oh, there was a delay. I could read you the
Was there a giant
Metacritic summary, but I don't know. Open world sandbox game, survival.
Voxel
I looked
bait?
this game up today, actually.
Oh, Telltale.
It's
Telltale published.
It's like Minecraft in a way, because there's a lot of crafting elements and building up your base to be like, to keep out the zombies. But there's the zombie element. So like what was that zombie game that was in beta or alpha for a long time that people played a lot of?
DayZ.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Yep. So it's like DayZ and Minecraft kind of. So it's not. I thought it might be up my alley, but I don't know that I can do the crafting stuff. That would just get on my nerves.
The developer's got a pretty bad name.
The Fun Pimps.
Yeah.
The Fun Pimps is
The Fun Pimps. Okay.
the name. Fine,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay,
Yep,
so since I guess this is how we're gonna do this. Since I got third place, I'll be the first one to pick my score. Sound
Okay.
fair? I'm
Yep.
gonna go with a 72. So Ryan got second place.
Hold on.
Silver.
I'm going to take a quick look at a video here just to see what this
This
looks
isn't-
like.
This is
I mean,
not.
that's not the point. You're just supposed to guess and go from your heart. You're not supposed to research. That's the point.
Well, I
This
know
is
what
not the
Mario and
spirit,
Sonic
no.
looks like.
This is
I
not the
know what-
spirit of the show.
I knew what
Ruin
Mirror's
the
Edge
segment.
looked like.
I'm gonna give you 0.
There it is. You're
All
ruining
right.
Surmise the
I'm guessing
Score.
62.
62.
Yeah.
So Derek,
Ralph, what did you guess again? 72.
72.
All right, I'm gonna go in the middle of you two because I had already picked what my score was gonna be before all this because you said the name of it and I already knew on accident. I'm gonna go with the score of 67.
67 for Derek.
Yep, 67
Okay.
for 7 Days to Die.
So since you won with Mario and Sonic,
I did.
what do you want to do for your
I
winning?
mean, Well, I would like to do a lot of things. What would I like to talk about this week? I would like to discuss what you guys feel, and I know you don't play this game, but we did get a lot of this requested in the old Facebook stuff that we'll talk about here in a couple of minutes. I got requests to talk about Overwatch and the fact that they have been nerfing different characters. What are your feelings on that in this multiplayer game and games of the past that you've ever played or read about? Do you think that's something that needs to be checked on, especially in a setting where you have 10 million people playing? Do you think that's fair for certain players or certain consoles rather to have those nerfing happen to there? Because you have in Overwatch a character named Torbjorn, who's a short little dwarf guy that builds turrets. He got nerfed, if you will, to the point that, just to kind of bring him down a little bit, to make him less powerful. But they only did it on consoles. They didn't do it on PCs yet. Not to say that they won't, but they did it on consoles first. Now, if you're asking my opinion, and obviously I'm the one with the topic here, so I'm asking yours, I think with stuff like this, if you build that character that way and that character just becomes that powerful, you have to find a way to rein it in. Not necessarily taking that character's power away, but maybe you build the other characters around them up. I don't know. I'm of two minds of it. I am of the mind that if you're going to dwarf them on one system, you need to dwarf them on all of them. You have to make sure that it's a level playing field for whether you're playing on PC where it's the best, or you're playing it on Xbox One where nobody's playing it on, or whether you're playing it on PS4. I think if you're going to nerf it, you got to nerf it across the board. But I'm also of the mind that you built that character for a reason. You made him that way for a reason. Yeah, people are playing it maybe differently than you thought, but are you hurting the community by taking those abilities or taking that win percentage away, or do you think you're building more of a, well, I need to become better with these other characters to make sure that I can take out that character? What are your feelings on that? I'll start with Ralph.
There's a Nerf game on the Wii of shooting Nerf missiles, and that game needs nerfed big time.
All right, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, Overwatch. I mean, it's obviously online multiplayer, so. I mean, I feel like they have free reign to make stuff more competitive, especially if they're wanting an esports kind of thing going. So I just feel like they're going to nerf shit forever from now on. Because it has a World of Warcraft, like the same kind of stuff been done.
Like every online game ever.
Yeah, so. I mean, I don't know. Were you using that guy a lot?
No, I've never used Torbjorn. I've seen people use him. Basically, he's a defensive guy. He can build turrets, which are awesome, so that way you can place those in different spots in the map. And he can get super duper powerful, like he really can. But I've never seen him in a game be the person that like everyone's fucking dying because of. I've never had that issue. But I have seen that he does have a lot of abilities to make your team win. So I could see why maybe people gravitate towards him, because if you have one on your team, you're very likely to win because you have those abilities. But I don't think that that's a problem. I think you just need to become better at the game and better with different characters to eliminate that. I'm not saying that you need to take that stuff away from Torbjorn, but maybe make sure that your other characters are as powerful, because I don't. Go ahead.
What if your whole team was made up as him?
You couldn't be.
And the other team.
There would be no way. In that game, it's such about makeup of the team that having 5 or 6 Torbjorns on your team, that's going to fuck you. Because at the end of the day, if you get somebody in there like Bastion who can just take that damage, and you get a Bastion, and then you get a McCree in there who can stun your Torbjorn, take out your turrets, and you have such a variety of characters. Picking 5 or 6 of the same character is something I've literally never seen in that game. I don't even think that I've seen duplicates that often in that game when I've played it. And I mean, I put in 25 hours into that game, so I haven't put in a ton, but I've never seen duplicates, and people will change on the fly constantly. So I don't think that would be what they're going for. I think it's just if you have one on your team, it's very likely that you will win because of what he brings to the table. Much like a Bastion can take all that damage, they need to bring him down. Much like a McCree can he has a stun grenade option that will eliminate a lot of people's abilities, like stop them dead in their tracks, and he can take them out. So they took him down a couple notches to make sure that he wasn't so powerful that he was taking out every big guy in the game. Make sure that he's squashing the small people, but he needs to work a little bit harder to kill the big guys. Where I don't understand with Torbjorn. He's got those abilities. You built him that way. Why is that such a thing?
But okay, I almost have an analogy.
Okay.
Do you remember 1998 baseball season?
Okay.
Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa,
I do.
performance-enhancing drugs.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Baseball's like, we gotta put a stop to this. This is bullshit. Not everybody's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say it ain't Sosa.
So they gotta keep the spirit of the game, just like Ryan needs to keep the spirit of the segment of Surmise the Score.
Absolutely. Don't fucking do that again.
This has nothing to do with baseball. I just thought of that.
You guys know what Mario and Sonic look like.
I mean, but that's the point. Anyway, don't ruin the game. Don't ruin the game. Don't ruin the game.
But you trust Blizzard to not ruin it, right?
I trust Blizzard a ton. I wanted to make sure. I want to see what you guys' feelings were on the fact that, especially on the different. PC we're not dwarfing them, but on the consoles we are.
Well, yeah, that's weird. But just like adjusting like player balance and all that stuff, that happens all the time. It's weird they're doing it on different platforms differently. But
like I don't read a lot about the Overwatch stuff as far as like the stats and stuff. But when I posted this thing to the Facebook, I had friend of the show and one of the co-hosts on the other podcast I do, Bobby Starachi, who said that apparently Torbjorn has a 60% win rate on PCs, and he's pushing percent on consoles. So that means if you have one on your team, you have an 80% chance of winning that game, depending on what game you're playing, obviously in Overwatch, because there's different styles.
That sounds like he needs to be toned down.
Yeah, absolutely. But why are we doing it? Cut him down to 50 on both. Do what you need to, but why are we doing it on consoles only? 60% is still pretty high.
I don't know. I'm probably just grasping at straws here. But do you think it has anything to do with the mouse and keyboard aspect on PC? Because I don't know. From what I hear, it's easier to get headshots and shit with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
I don't know why would that have anything to do with it, but that's the only difference I can think of.
I think because of what Torbjorn brings to the game, I think he has less of an effect on a PC player because of the fast-paced on the PC. Everything that I've heard is this game runs ridiculously fast on the PC. It runs faster than PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, but it moves. It moves like they want it to on the PC, which obviously it's Blizzard. But that could be why his win ratio is 60% on the PC, where on the consoles, where you have a slower player base, based on the game running itself on a console, that's why it could be higher, because his abilities can take a little bit longer to latch onto, especially that turret can take a couple more shots where characters aren't moving as quick on the console as they are on the PC. So that could be.
Yeah, I mean, usually the only people that get upset about that stuff are the people that use that specific character a lot, and now they feel like they have to do something different.
I felt that way a little bit about McCree, because McCree's very simple for me. He's the first character I latched onto. I'm not really sure why, but his combo is very, very simple. When you get locked onto an enemy or you get close to an enemy, you press L2, which is his family hammer. He unloads his entire clip. Then you can dodge roll towards them, which automatically loads you back up. You don't have to actually spend the time to reload. You have a stun grenade you throw, and then you press L2 again. So it's a very specific, simple combo that was shredding everybody. Now, you have to play pretty well as McCree to be able to do that against the big tanks, but you could still do it. But I thought that was more of a skill thing, not necessarily him being overly powerful, but apparently they felt he was too powerful to the point that they did have to reel him back down. So I'm of two minds of it, really. I really think that if they're going to nerf people, though, it needs to be across the board. I can't say that it needs to be one or the other.
You win this argument.
That is, there's no argument, unfortunately. I wish there was. But yeah, that was kind of when I posted on the Facebook. I asked people to kind of send in topics for us to discuss tonight, and that was the one that I got the most comments about was Overwatch. But once we're done here with Surmise the Score, I'll go through the other topics that people want us to talk about and see what we have.
You're gonna start playing Legends of Titans or Legend of Titans.
What is that?
The Chinese knockoff of Overwatch on mobile.
Oh nope.
Isn't this the Chinese knockoff?
Oh man, that's something. That's definitely something.
I've got those. I've got a couple of those.
3D balls. It does.
Balls 3D on Super Nintendo.
I thought it said 30 balls.
I don't know if you can see this, and it's going to be backwards, but there's fart.
Fart.
Fart on their opponents.
I would like to fart.
This is gold. This is gonna be requested on Facebook next week.
I hope
Can
so.
you fart
Obviously.
under Overwatch?
I wish.
I'm gonna say yes.
I wish we had the ability to get together and do live streams from afar. I think that'd be fun for Ralph to just put in a bunch of shit on his Retron and stream it while we all just sat there and talked about it. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I haven't
Rob-
even played this game yet.
Build
Spend,
it up.
spend some money and get a capture card, or tell Ryan to buy you one. He's always got
Well, I've been watching a lot of gamer videos.
disposable income. He's just throwing stuff away, buying Blitz 2000 and shit. He'll buy it.
What?
Oh, Blitz 2000? No.
That's a hot
Oh, we
one.
need to get the quality Blitz games.
It's got it handy. Yep. Keep your blitz
No.
handy.
Yeah.
Gotta have it, ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
$10.
That's probably probably too much still, to be honest with you. So, all right. So I mean, that's what I've got as far as topic or my winning topic for Surmise the Score until next week, when hopefully somebody else wins and you guys can bring something to the table that you guys want to talk about.
I don't think
As
I'm going to
long
win.
as long as
You're gonna
no,
win every time.
as long as Ryan doesn't look up the game. I already knew about it accidentally, so that was my fault. But
I mean, I could have watched that game. Like Giant Bomb posted a lot of videos. I could have watched it.
yeah, but I mean that's on the whim. You know what I'm saying? Not doing it. Not you're taking.
It was between that and Resident Evil 5, the new
The
version.
remaster.
That would have been 5 would have been interesting. I don't know how people would have rescored that.
I mean, we could do both.
Did people rescore 6?
Yeah, that's the only reason I was considering it.
I'll give you. I'll say a score of 74 for Resident Evil 5.
But what
Yeah.
happens when we
I-
get whatever?
pick
We'll
80.
do it.
I'd pick 80.
Fine. RE5. You said 74, Derek.
Yes, sir.
80 for Ryan. 0? No. I'm gonna
Resident Evil
go.
0.
I'm gonna go 84.
Oh, man.
And then what we'll do is
Derek's going to win that one, too.
we'll pick one for next week, and then if we don't have a game for the following week, we can just use whatever that surmise the score was and go from there.
That works.
Or we can just both bring topics, because I'm sure we won't have any news to talk about. That'll be fine too. I'm hoping we'll have 2 winners. I don't want to win everything. That
I
sounds
hope
boring.
I hope you win both times.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. What else you got, Ralph? Anything else for surmise the score?
Rush 2 for Nintendo 64.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure, that sounds all right.
Can we review that one?
That sounds all right.
No, I got nothing. Congratulations to our winners.
Yep.
And good night from sunny
California.
Burbank, California.
Mario and Sonic is in the mail.
Sunny
Mario.
Mario and Sonic.
Yeah, your Balls 3D for Super Nintendo is being handled as we speak.
Perfect. I
Soon
want you
to
to handle
be
my
shipped.
Please
Stay on
handle
the
my
line.
balls. Please handle my balls gently.
Stay on the line after we're off the air so we can get your address.
Perfect.
And your social security number.
Yeah, I'll give you that right now.
Your bank
244.
555.
Yep, 6193. All right, let's. I'm going to veer off a little bit, and we're going to go through this Facebook stuff just to see what we can get out of it, and then we'll talk about what we have been playing. So earlier, I asked people on my personal Facebook, Derek James Vance, feel free to add me, on the Facebook about the Level Up Show podcast, which is also something you can like, facebook.com/Level Up Show podcast, to give us ideas of things to talk about tonight. The first comment on our little post here was from maybe friend of the show, friend of Ralph, Ryan Davis. I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
I should check Facebook.
You should check Facebook. 'Cause Ryan Davis.
Forever.
Ryan Davis posted and
He's
says,
dead.
I thought he was dead too.
Yeah.
He says Battletoads. I'm
Okay.
not sure what he wants us to talk
Oh.
about Battletoads, but what do you guys have to say about Battletoads?
I don't know. Is this the Michael Vick? Did he go to jail for this? Battling Toads?
I've only battled a Toad in Smash Brothers. It's the only Toad I've ever battled.
For the record, the Battletoads soundtrack is available on vinyl on im8bit.com, and I don't know why. but I kind of want to buy it.
Why not? How much is it?
Like $25.
All right, I'm buying it for you right now.
Do they team up with somebody to do that? Can they just release the soundtrack on vinyl? Or
Well, there's like a few rare games. I mean, rare developed games soundtracks on there. Like there's a Banjo-Kazooie one. So they must have just made a deal with Rare. I am 8-bit because it's the only place you can get it besides eBay.
Yep, I'll buy it for you right now. That's what I'm gonna go do right fucking now. Why not?
Hold.
No,
the
you know what? I'll buy you the Uncharted Nathan Drake soundtrack collection. How's that sound? That's $55. That
Holy
sounds
shit.
That sounds like a good bang
That's
for
a lot
your
of
buck.
money.
Battletoads. It's harder than fuck.
Yep.
Always
Yeah.
has been.
Giant toad hands.
Big fists.
Yeah.
Was there a sequel to Battletoads? Wasn't there a sequel to it?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Punching your toad.
You got Battletoads and Battle Maniacs on Super Nintendo,
Okay.
which was a sequel. And then, so there's the arcade Battletoads. I don't know if the first one was in the arcade, but on Rare Replay it has the NES version of Battletoads and the arcade Battletoads game, which
The
is
laundromat by my house had the arcade one. So
yeah. Slackers
that
has
most.
the arcade one here.
We looked at Battletoads. We were at the old Up Down this last weekend, and I saw the Battletoads arcade, and it was being played with vigorous people with angry faces on. They were not happy to be playing Battletoads, but they kept doing it.
Shit is rough.
Yeah, I just remember fucking literally getting angry playing that game at whatever, whether it was Loco Joe's, whether I was playing it at that, or whether I was playing it at the arcade at the Merle Mall that they had for a little while. I just remember fucking hating my life.
was it like pimple, rash?
And Zits.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's also the Battletoads / Double Dragon game.
I don't think I played that one.
I had it on Super Nintendo. I think I had it on Genesis also because I found it at Goodwill one day, but I don't have them anymore. I don't know what happened. They're not as good. There's some
I can
Game Boy
imagine.
games also and a Game Gear one. I don't know if they're like variations of the first one. Probably. Probably a Tiger handheld Battletoads. Sure, that's really good.
Yeah, sure. That sounds all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's thanks to Ryan for commenting that we talked about
Sure,
Battletoads.
he'll listen to this. Yeah.
I'm sure he won't, but that's okay. Hey, listen, we got some. All I care about is the fact that people actually cared enough to comment. That's a good thing. Speaking of people that commented, shout out to my mom for apparently being.
Finally reached out on that.
She was a fan of video games at one point. Apparently, the video game
Solitaire.
that she did like some solitaire.
Minesweeper.
Soltar.
My mom plays a lot of hearts.
I don't think my mom was that
Plays
old.
with
I think
hearts.
Yeah, I think she wasn't a Domino's player. Your mom liked Domino's.
My mom loved Dr. Mario. I know
My
that
mom also
shit.
loved Dr.
My
Mario.
mom likes Super Mario World.
My mom loved Tetris, just fucking loved Tetris. But what she commented on, and I don't understand how I said we're looking for topics to discuss, and people gave me game names. I'm not really sure where that got mixed around, but that's fine.
It's weird.
My mom said Frogger, and then must have tuned into the beginning of the show because then she said, seriously, you're not going to discuss how to get the stupid frog over the road. So she was
Well, we talked about Battletoads.
she was angry that we didn't lead with Frogger. But tell me about your experience with the Frogger. I think the first time I played
Lead is with Frogger.
I think the first time I played that game was at an emulator on a computer at one point. Was the first time I played
Yeah,
that.
same here.
I think I played it on Atari. I
Really?
remember playing it when I was a kid. And I've played this game called Crossy Road. Did you
Oh,
maybe
sure,
know
yeah,
that,
Crossy
Rob?
Road is a
That's
thing.
that's
Yeah,
fucking.
John
I have not
Thomas
played
is
Crossy
better.
Road.
It's Frogger. It's free.
Basically Frogger. Yeah. Is
So
it free, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's got microtransactions.
Is it Frog?
It was
Is it
just
something
free when I
else?
had it. Frog Fractions.
Mhm.
A lot of those going around.
Frog gets smashed when he gets run over by a car.
Yeah, I didn't play a lot of Frogger. I just remember playing it when I was a younger lad on a computer.
I went to a party one time and this guy was dressed as a frog, and I told him that he could be the real life Frogger and cross the street, and he did.
Did he come
made
back
it-
to the party, or did he leave? Did he leave on the
Oh, no, he
street?
came back. He made it safely across and back.
Damn it!
So-
You did a poor job at being the car.
I mean, I don't know if my car was there. I might have got a ride there. But if my car was there, I could have tried to run him over.
You should have. That
still
was the
can.
smart thing to do. Absolutely, that was the right thing to do. Shit. Yeah, Crossy Road. Play that instead. Next on the old topic list, I had the boy Tyler Henricks asking where Take-Two was at E3. Now, Ryan, you said this last week, and I think in our prediction that Rockstar, or Take-Two, the development team,
Well,
they're not.
yeah,
They don't tend to
mostly
be
just
at
Rockstar.
E3. They don't tend to be
Yeah.
there. But Take-Two was there with Mafia, right?
Yeah, Mafia 3, I think so. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what Take-Two usually does, but for whatever reason, Rockstar doesn't. And apparently, according to Amazon, Take-Two is releasing Resident Evil 4. So, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, they had Civilization 6 also. I mean, I guess that's 2K. See, I get all this
Yeah.
mixed up. So
Well,
Take-Two owns all of
Take-Two's
them,
the
right?
parent company of 2K, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're
way
one of the
around.
parent companies of 2K. Yep.
and
Absolutely.
Rockstar.
Yeah, apparently XCOM 2. I don't know what all 2K had there. Like,
I mean,
they're
they had
not.
2K17, WWE 2K17, NBA
Yeah.
2K17. But I think more he was talking about the Rockstar stuff. I don't think he was talking about Take-Two necessarily, but maybe in the I had said back to him they weren't there showing off Red Dead 2 like we had all expect, or Red Dead 3 I guess, and like we all expect. And I think that's more what he's talking about. That there was nothing Grand Theft Auto related, nothing Bully related, nothing new. Mafia 3 comes out this fall, so I guess maybe that's where their focus is. But nothing out of that Rockstar team.
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to announce stuff. Because, like, normally they release their games in May. So if they were planning on releasing something, they should probably announce it soon.
I could see them doing like a PlayStation Experience thing, I guess, because that's in December and that'll be after Mafia's
Yeah.
out. Just to avoid having to lose the traffic for Mafia.
Yeah, they've been working on Manhunt 3 this whole time.
Cool. I'm down.
For Wii U.
VR
Yeah.
Manhunt. VR Manhunt. That sounds great.
Mm,
Sign me
Oh,
up for
man.
that.
Uh,
Just ripping throats out of people, looking at naked chicks.
ripping farts.
Can we
Yeah.
Can we get VR Duke Nukem where you just, or just hey, listen, I got the best idea. Fuck going a different way with God of War. It's God of War VR sex scene. It's just you banging all the bitches that Kratos bangs instead of
feel
turning.
I feel like the porn industry is going to have you covered on all these fronts.
It's true. But just we could get Balls VR.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
that
get
may
like
be
a
up
30
your alley.
balls in VR.
And you can fart on your opponents.
That's true. Balls Mahoney VR. Play as a dead man.
Gosh, that would be gross. Even if he was
Too
alive.
soon. Too soon. All right, so yeah, I think that's probably where Take-Two was
Yeah.
for E3.
Whatever they do is going to be interesting if they go Bully, Red Dead, or whatever they come up with.
I think Red Dead's the safest bet.
Table tennis.
I'm not even kidding you when I'm telling you that I would play a new table tennis game. I would go to GameStop just to play that fucking demo of table tennis on the Xbox because I knew I would never buy an Xbox to play it. I
Yeah,
love
the
me
Xbox
some
on
ping
it?
pong.
Yeah, I think it was on Xbox.
Yeah, it was. Pissed me off. Next up on the old topic list, we got what do you think is going to happen with the Last of Us movie and possible game sequel? That is from the friend Jake Woody of the show. What are you guys thinking about the Last of Us movie? I haven't heard anything new about it.
That table tennis game is on Wii, by the way. Sorry.
Really?
I think. Let me confirm that. Last of Us movie?
Last of Us
Yeah.
movie, what are we thinking about that? And then possibility of a new sequel.
Does it even have actors?
This is you guys.
Last I knew, there was nothing going on with it. There wasn't anything happening.
Is there supposed to be an Uncharted movie also? Like, I
No.
just feel like no video game movie is ever happening until it's actually in theaters.
Warcraft.
The rumor was Sam Raimi was going to produce it, and then the rumor was that he met with Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark on Game of Thrones, to play Ellie. Is that Ellie was her name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, to play Ellie, but they have no ideas. The film release date was supposed to be June 2017, which would be a year from 2 days from now, June 30th, 2017.
That's
But
the Wii game.
as of April, Neil Druckmann says every once in a while they come in and present stuff to us, but that's all I know. So.
Yeah.
I don't know that anything's going to happen. I'm down with The Last of Us. It would be a Uncharted movie. I'm going to hold my breath for it because what happens with video game movies is you think they're going to be good, and then they're Warcraft.
Hey, China
There's
likes
ever
it.
been a good one.
I mean, China liked it, which means you're the best and smartest kid on the short bus, so take that for whatever it is. That has a lot of money. You're the richest kid on the short bus is what I mean. You're the richest kid on the short bus.
The rainbow-colored short bus?
Maybe. Yeah. Yes, rainbow-colored short bus. We're bringing it back. As far as the sequel goes, I mean, what do you guys think? Would you guys be down for a Last of Us sequel?
Yeah, I'd definitely play it. I'd definitely be interested in what it would even be, but I'd still play it.
Ralph,
Like, I don't know if it follows the same characters or not.
being so you have not cared enough, would that interest you to see a sequel and then make you want to, maybe play it?
No, I mean, I'm not even going to play Uncharted 4, so that's where I am. And
That's fair.
What about Crash Bandicoot?
Crash Bang a Cooch. I don't know. I'd play the remasters, or at least try them.
Okay.
I don't know about that Skylander business. If there was a Last of Us Skylander, maybe. The
There could be.
character Last of Us.
PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the idea of a sequel would be cool, but I'm with you, Ryan. I would like to see it be more of an anthology kind of series than it needing to be about Joel and Ellie. I loved that story. I just don't want them to fuck with it anymore because it was told, in my opinion, basically perfectly. They bookended it well. I don't need you to give me any more conclusion. Let me leave up to my mind of what it is. I don't need any more from them. If you have them in that game, great. But I don't need them to be the characters. You can make a completely different game, and I think that's what they would try to do because I don't see Druckmann as somebody who wants to continue to make the same thing over and over again.
What if months later you see The Last of Us: Days Gone?
Ugh.
Oh.
I would not want to play that game any more than I do right now, which is to say I don't want to play that game. So I don't know. I don't know that I would care about Days Gone. I don't care. But all right, let's keep going. We talked about Overwatch, which is what we got to talk about. Fallout 4 was requested for us to talk about from Eric Walter, friend of the show. I don't really have much to say about Fallout 4. It's $20 at Best Buy right now if you haven't picked it up. For those of you that want to check it out, $20, pretty reasonable entry. I would like to play that new DLC, the Far Harbor DLC.
Yeah, the rest of the DLC seems kind of weak. I don't think so. I think you have to have the main game.
So I think I need to. I don't know that I want to pay that money just to play that, but it seems cool and it got pretty good reviews. I think there's some technical issues with it, but that's not a surprise. It's a fucking Bethesda game. But
if you wait a while, you probably could get all the DLC for $20.
I'm probably just going to wait and get the game. Yeah, Game of the Year edition at some point.
Yeah, when that Game of the Year edition goes on sale, then you can get everything for cheap.
But that Far Harbor DLC looked pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed my time that I had with Fallout 4, but I have nothing more to do in that game. I played it to completion, and I don't really want to go back right now. So that's really what I got.
Kind of felt the same way. Like for The Witcher, I pre-ordered their DLC, but
yeah,
I just didn't have that same feeling for Fallout 4.
I couldn't get enough. The Witcher, I loved that game very much, and I like Fallout 4, but The Witcher was just because it was such a different experience for me, something I hadn't really gotten into before. So I think that's why I craved to have more of it. Plus, who doesn't want to ride Roach and fuck some shit up some more? Because
bang some lady on a unicorn statue.
Let me tell you, that game had some of the hottest video game ladies you've ever seen in your entire life.
Oh man, Ralph saw that firsthand. He didn't know it was coming.
No.
If you didn't bang Yennefer, you were one dumb son of a bitch.
Seeing this werewolf with some grandma hat on to banging in fog clouds.
Spider-Man I remember it all.
So much banging in that game. Let's see. We got a couple more things before we'll wrap up and start talking about what we've been playing. We got Battlefield 1. Somebody said we should talk about Battlefield 1. Tyrone Choi sent that in. I don't care about Battlefield really at all. I got Battlefield 4 for free when I got my PlayStation, but I don't.
What if you had Snoop Dogg's special weapon?
Yeah.
Then you might care.
Weed 3, yeah, absolutely. The gameplay of that does not look cool to me. I don't know. I don't like the idea of it having a tank. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I don't know. Battlefield's never seemed like a story-based game, and as you all know, I'm kind of the guy that gives a fuck about story, so without there being much of a storyline there, Battlefield 1 doesn't intrigue me as much as, say, like a Call of Duty would. But the only reason Call of Duty did is because that one year I had a good story, and every other time it's been shit. So
It had Kevin Spacey in it.
I had Kevin Spacey in it. That's all I cared about.
I mean, I don't. I would never be good enough to get into a Battlefield game, but I just hope this one isn't launched completely fucked like Battlefield 4.
4.
Yeah, it seemed like that was on fire forever. But
4 was on fire. Hardline just got shitty reviews. I hope that 1 maybe puts them back on a track that seems as though they're going to be able to make good games. I like the
I hope
idea.
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of what Hardline was with the cops and robbers kind of thing, but it's just poor execution. And 1 it seems like a cool retread, especially because it's World War I and there's not many of those games out, but I just don't really care about it. But I do hope that it does come out and it is good, because we do need different games that aren't Call of Duty, because Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's good for the people who want to play it.
Yep.
So
I don't want it to be a bad game.
Yeah.
Let's see. And we have our friend Tony Welchel who requested us to talk about how much we love him, but I'm not going to do that because I can't profess my love on a podcast enough. And then we got Skyrim 2 remaster. Somebody requested us for us to talk about that, and Injustice 2. We talked about the Skyrim remaster last week on the E3, the post E3 show, but we didn't really touch on Injustice 2 all that much. I didn't play the first Injustice. I downloaded it. I think I've got it on the PlayStation 4 upstairs, and I didn't play it, but not because I didn't want to. I just didn't have the time. Did either of you guys get into Injustice, the first one?
Yeah.
I played my nephew a couple times, and he was pretty bad at it.
I finished the campaign or the story mode.
Was it cool, Ralph?
Yeah, I mean, it just plays like, the newest Mortal Kombat, but with superheroes. I thought it was really fun. I got
Batman vs. Superman better in that than the movie?
I didn't see the movie,
Probably.
so I'm going to say yes.
It came out today. Go get it.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to Injustice 2. Not like I'm going to buy it on day one, but I'd like to play it. I don't know.
Have they said like newer characters that they're adding that weren't in the first one?
I haven't heard anything, but I mean, I haven't played the first one in such a long time. Like, I don't even remember who all was in there. I'll have to bust it out again sometime.
If I can tell you, Injustice 2 character lineup. Hang on real quick. I will.
Batman. Only confirmed
sure.
one.
Scorpion,
Batman and Spider-Man.
Sub-Zero.
Confirmed Spider-Man.
Aquaman, Atrocitus, Batman, the Flash, Gorilla Grodd, Supergirl, Superman, and Wonder Woman. That is confirmed so far, and they will have a bigger, more aggressive approach to DLC in Injustice 2. That game's scheduled to come out in 2017.
There'll be 3 season passes.
Yeah. Yeah, the game looked super cool. Anything that has to do with Batman, my ears get perked, but I did not get to check out the first Injustice. I've assumed that I'm kind of fucking myself over by not checking it out, so I should probably do that.
You played the Mortal Kombat 9 story, right? Did you?
Nope.
The campaign?
I didn't play 9 or 10.
Oh, I played through both 9 and 10 and Injustice campaigns, and those are all, I mean, they're all comparable as far as I can tell. Yeah, they're fun to play through.
I'll have to give it a go. But yeah, I would say that my interest is peaked for Injustice 2. Skyrim Remaster, I think I want to get it. Ryan, I think you're going to get it.
Yeah, I already ordered it.
I would like to try Skyrim because I never have. But
I think it'd probably be fun.
What?
I don't care.
You want to do some Dragon Shouts?
That would be all right. Macho
I
don't think-
manly ones.
Yeah.
think I care about the mods by any means, but I absolutely am excited to check out. Absolutely ready to play Skyrim since I bought it on my PS3. Literally never opened it and never played it. So I have played Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls Online rather. I played Elder Scrolls Online, so there's that.
Did you? Do you still have it, or did you return it for full price?
No, I think I traded it in for like 3 cents or so.
You opened it up to trade it in.
No, I traded it in unopened and they took it.
That's
think I got, like,
surprising.
$5. I think I got like $5 for it. It was gamers. They do some shady
What
shit.
the hell? Wouldn't
Oh,
you
yeah.
have returned that somewhere?
I mean, where am I going to return it without a receipt that I have to get a store credit
So
for?
you got no receipt.
Walmart.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I guess I could have done that. I didn't though. All right, that's what we got for the old Facebook. Thanks for everybody sending in all that stuff. Hopefully you take the time to listen to us read it. Probably not because no one cares. Anyway, let's move on to what we have been playing. Ryan, why don't you start us out? What have you been playing this week?
Well, I teased a little bit earlier. A little tease of that.
Yeah.
Got that.
Sideways tease.
Got that yesterday. And a little disappointed in this case. Like he concealed some sticker residue. I don't know if you guys can see that.
I don't care.
I mean, you just pick up an old sports game that's not that for like $1 at the
And then
Goodwill,
replace the case.
and
Yeah.
then replace the case. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
$1 at Goodwill, but you know.
Might be.
But I mean, it's got Bill Romanowski and Lawrence Taylor, so you can't go wrong there.
Didn't Romanowski kill somebody?
In this game or in real life?
Both.
They both took a lot of steroids, so
That might have been
probably.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, I put that in. I got that yesterday in the mail. Started it up and got to the third quarter, and it froze. So
That's as much as you needed.
I don't think it's a problem with the disk. I installed it on my 360, so it's just the game probably freezes every once in a while. But I don't know. I guess I really don't care too much about the case. I just wanted to play with better graphics because I have a really nice version of this for PS2. But I had to wait for a while. Like I've been holding off from playing Blitz 2 until this showed up because I wanted to play this one first.
Well, let's see.
Remember how I said disposable income? I'm telling you, get him
It's
on
like
the
$10.
get him. Listen, $10. We'll have it. We could get Ralph a streaming capture card for like $200. That's 20 games. That's
I don't even know how to use anything
You went
involving
to school for
computer.
stuff like that. You can do it.
What? What the high school?
It's the same thing. Same thing. YouTube's got some videos, I'm sure. It's all YouTube's full of.
How the hell do I find that?
I don't know. YouTube.com/googly eyes or whatever the fuck his name is.
Balls3d.com.
Fucking, I don't know. Who's that guy that streams all the time? Piggly Wiggly, Powerpuff, Powderpuff, PewDiePie. That's his name. Got there. PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Call him. He'll help you. He makes like 20.
He'll show you how to play Minecraft.
Just make sure you come up with some. Just do the. You have to wrap everything when you're streaming though. You have to be in Careful Ralph form at all times.
Okay, I could do that.
Can you do that? Okay. You have to. Yeah. You have to stream as Careful Ralph, and you have to wrap it. So drop me a rap about playing Turtles in Time. No. Well, sure. Yeah. Rap to me about balls, will you?
And you gotta wrap presents while you're playing too.
I'm
on
looking
Christmas
at all
time.
this.
This is all good stuff. I think this is all good stuff.
Uh,
Aside from Blitz, what else did you play?
I finished Saints Row 2. I don't think I mentioned that last time. We don't really need to talk about that. That game's not too bad though. It's just old as hell. And then I got this. This.
What would we feel about a
game.
Saints Row? What do we feel about a Saints Row remaster?
I would not want it. 'Cause
Which
I don't want
Saints
to play any of those games.
Well,
again.
I've
Which
only
one?
played. What is it?
1 and 2 are not so hot. They don't hold up. But 3 and 4 would probably be okay. They already
I've
did
only played 4. That's all I've ever played is 4 and Get Out of Hell.
They must have re-released 2 because it says Deep Silver on my disc, which is kind of weird because I think that came out in 2008
Yeah, it
originally.
is weird. Yeah.
So, but it still says THQ when it boots up, but the disc has the Deep Silver logo on it. But
Very odd.
this does not have the Deep Silver logo on it. I don't know if you can see this, but it does have hashtag FE all over it.
That's so weird.
It doesn't have a Sega on here either, from what I can tell.
Well, that Odin Sphere, it says, like on the main menu or something, I think it says Sega, even though, Atlas just published it, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Sega bought them, so it should say Sega somewhere on here. For whatever reason, it doesn't.
Probably says in the credits.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that game, I'm sure you guys probably still don't know what it is, and it's understandable, but it is really good. It did get censored, though, in the West, which is kind of weird. They changed the characters' ages from 16 to 18, and they changed a lot of the costumes, so they were less sexy looking, and removed a lot of the sexy talk, because they don't want you doing that in Treehouse for Nintendo.
Well, they moved it to Mario and Sonic, so
Oh, they did? Yeah. Sonic wearing a pretty hot bikini in that.
You'll have to find out.
But yeah, I mean, this gameplay is just like, I don't even really know why Fire Emblem is involved at all, because besides like having characters from Fire Emblem, there's nothing Fire Emblem about this game. It's straight up Atlas RPG. So would you play Soul Hackers? Is that the one you played, Ralph? Did you play any other ones?
I think that's probably the only one. It's the only one I can think of.
It's basically, if you played any Atlas RPG, like, you're going to be really familiar with this, and it is pretty good. The story is pretty absurd. Basically, like, some things called mirages are invading this world for some reason because they want the creative energy of performers.
Okay, yep.
So, and you are a Mirage Master. Evil Mirage, which is basically a Fire Emblem character, to fight the evil Mirages. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you're trying to become an idol, trying to become a singer, an actor, and a model.
It's the same plot to Balls 3D.
Is it? There are fewer balls in this than there are... Well, I mean, there's a lot of orbs coming out of ladies' chests.
Okay.
For some reason, the orb comes out of the women's chest, or the woman, whatever. But for the dude, it's just already outside of his chest. It doesn't come out of the chest; it's just there outside of him.
So why didn't they censor that?
I don't know. I don't know. All of the women in this game too have fairly large chests, so they didn't censor that either.
What? You mean their breasts or their chests are just really big?
I think it's a combination of both.
Okay. Like the area between the breasts is just really wide?
Yeah. They got a large divide. I think that's what they call it, right?
Okay. Yeah, the great divide, if you will.
Make a park. It's kind of weird, though, because like the other Atlas games I've played have not really done that, so I don't know why this one is like that.
It's just Nintendo. That's the reason.
And Nintendo's all into that, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. The game's great. If you like Persona or interested in Persona, you'll definitely want to play it. And it's, as Metal Jesus would say, it's definitely going to be a total hidden gem. So,
you know what else is a hidden gem?
Guaranteed to be Devil's Third.
Overwatch.
Oh yeah, definitely. Blizzard's all about releasing those hidden gems. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Mirage Sessions at some point. I don't know. I need to get through some stuff, I think, first.
But I haven't had time to play much else, though this did show up.
That's getting some hot reviews.
Yeah, not doing so hot in the West, but in Japan it reviewed okay. So, I don't know. The reviews are really weird. They say the story's not so great, but the combat's good, so I don't know.
That matters.
I feel like maybe people in the West have just gotten tired of crazy Japanese anime stories.
Unless it has to do with, anything that's Dragon Ball Z, I don't think people really care for it. So
I mean, Final Fantasy, that's Kingdom Hearts. Those are two crazy-ass Japanese anime stories.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts is not. It's not crazy. It's just dense.
Are you kidding me? Kingdom
crazy
Hearts came out of an insane person.
Shit. That's funny.
Oh man. I mean, they're fun to play though. So
sure.
It's got Disney characters, so Kingdom Hearts has definitely got more of an appeal as far as that goes.
I could segue here if you're done talking about stuff.
Yeah, I got nothing
bad
else.
segue. Because I managed to pop open my copy of Kingdom Hearts Recoded on DS, and I gave it a try.
And
I didn't know what that was gonna be, but it's actually kind of fun.
oh wow,
Because it's
Coded. Which one is that? Is that the one they only did cutscenes of for the remasters?
yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, so far it just feels like regular Kingdom Hearts, except handheld. So
Are they even
Whatever.
possible?
I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't
What's going
people
on?
knows what's happening. Mickey's talking about sticking his key in some door. I don't know.
Yeah, and Goofy's like, hoo. It's really bad. It's that time.
Oh man, I think that was the storyboard that they had when they were
Probably. Walt Disney's like screaming out of his carbonite.
Yeah.
His carbonite, Jesus Christ.
He's Sephiroth because we're Square Enix, right?
Mm-hmm. Before you move too far there, Ralph, we had another apparently friend of the show, Chris Dolan. Do you know this gentleman, Chris Dolan?
I am aware of him.
Okay, he also decided to comment and said that we should talk about those sweet unlicensed Christian NES carts. What do you know about that business?
I've only seen Angry Video Game Nerd play those.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, I can't think of what any of them are called besides probably like Bible Adventures.
Yeah, there's a
But
lot of
there's-
Bible on the title.
There's the hot one for Super Nintendo, Super Noah's Ark, which it gave, like, let whoever used the Wolfenstein 3D engine to piss off Nintendo to make Super Noah's Ark for Super Nintendo. And
Jesus Christ.
it's a game where you go around and somehow you shoot something at farm animals and collect them, but you don't kill them. So those are all good games.
Absolutely scary.
And it was not an official game.
Can we find those?
They're on the internet
Anywhere?
unless you want like
Yeah.
a real.
I remember when I was a kid, I remember seeing
Wisdom Tree? How about Wisdom Tree?
Wisdom Tree, I think, was the publisher of a lot of them.
Electron 5 handle his
I
cartridges.
don't know if they will or not, because they weren't. I guess we can get the ROM off of there.
King
Some
of
of them-
Kings,
Some of the
Exodus.
licensed ones don't work on there, but
We should try to find some of these and play those on a stream that we're gonna have soon because Ryan's gonna buy you a capture card.
I don't. Why would you stream shit on a PS4 or Xbox?
Yeah, I mean you can just stream shit on YouTube now.
All right, fine. I mean, we don't have the games on the PS4 or the Xbox One though.
We'll use
Well-
the PlayStation camera,
Okay.
Yeah.
stream
I
the
feel like
other
I tried
TV.
that and it didn't work so well.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bible games. I remember seeing them in some Christian bookstore. I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, they had
Was it
some.
Chick-fil-A?
it was a Chick-fil-A inside of Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
Yep, I played all those games this week.
I don't know. That's a lot of games.
You want me to go on, or is there more?
I do, yeah. Nope. That's all Chris said is that he wanted to talk about you want to talk about those unlicensed cartridges that I figured you would
See
know
if we
about
can get
because I
some,
don't.
or what?
I mean, he might be. I don't know. We can ask him, but I don't want to. So,
Every video game that I play.
Ralph, why don't you tell me about the two games you've been able to play this week? I'm really intrigued about the one that you had while we were down there. I'm more intrigued about the shit show that is
Odin's
Mighty
Sphere?
Number 9.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no.
Let me talk about Odin's Sphere real quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that game is really awesome. And I just finished one of the characters' stories, which took like 7 hours almost. And there's 5 characters. So, and it kind of interlap, if that's even a word, if it seems like. So, I don't know. The combat's really fun. Not so sure about the story, but the combat's fun, so I don't care.
What's the
And
combat
a classic
like?
mode.
What's that? I don't know who said what.
You want to know what the combat was like?
Combat's just like real-time action RPG, so it's just kind of like, I don't know, you're just, I guess kind of like a Diablo, except 2D side scroller, if that makes sense.
Sure,
Is
yeah,
it
I'm with you.
co-op? I can't remember if there's co-op for that.
I don't think this is co-op. I know Dragon's Crown was,
Yeah.
which same developers.
Fighting pretty similar to that, 'cause they look the same. I don't know if they play it the same.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't played Dragon's Crown in quite a while, but this moves super fast, which, I mean, the PS2 version apparently had like a bunch of slowdown problems. But I don't know if this keeps going the way it is, it could crack my Game of the Year list. But if I don't even know if it would count.
Why not?
problem.
What was
I don't
that?
know. We already said there were no rules. I think you
That's
said that
true.
last year.
I mean, it's like a
Except we can't watch the game before we do the voting.
That's true. I mean, it's
That's not this game. That's
It's
a
like
different game.
it's like a remaster, but they've like streamlined it and took out some stupid shit. Like
I mean, was
apparently,
the original available here?
yeah, I've got the PS2
Oh.
version.
Okay, well then I don't know. I guess it's up to you. I don't really care. You know the
Nobody's gonna
rules
give
aren't
a
up to
shit.
me. Nope.
Mighty Number 9. I don't know. Like, it seems like it plays fine. It plays like a Mega Man game, except there's this weird mechanic I still don't understand, where people are probably familiar with Mega Man. You
Sure.
shot something until it died.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you watch 4 hours of credits, right?
I mean, that's the end goal of Mighty Number 9. And this one, you shoot an enemy for a little bit, then it'll turn a weird color, and you hit, I don't remember, R on the Wii U controller I'm using, and you, like, suck them up somehow.
Like Kirby?
Well, you're just kind of, like, dashing into them, and somehow sometimes you gain abilities from doing that, but it's like they're
What?
timed. So but they don't explain any of this, at least that I can understand. Like, you shoot an enemy, it starts flashing red, you dash into it, you pick up something that's like a red orb that's like counting down, you can tell. So your shots of your weapon are slightly more powerful. I could figure that one out. But the other one's just like a green one, like a blue one. Like, I don't know what the fuck they do. They don't tell me. And so in that game, you play the tutorial opening stage, and then you could pick one of 8 stages. So just like old Mega Man games, you just stage select, pick whichever stage you want. So I started off with, okay, so your guys' Mighty Number 9, and so all the stages are all the other 8 Mighty Number people, whatever the fuck they are. So I cannot beat Mighty Number 1.
What?
Can't do it. I have tried so many times. I even watched a YouTube video on how to kill this guy. I can't do it. He does this. It's like some pyro fire guy, and you get him to about half health, and he does randomly this one-hit kill, and I don't know when it's coming, and I can't avoid it. And I like threw the controller one day. I was so fucking mad. I'm like, I don't get it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just try a different stage. So I tried Mighty Number 8 stage, and that stage just felt super junky. Although there's this, I'm getting sniped by something, and I don't know where it is, and it just feels like a bad Super Nintendo design level.
And you're playing on the Wii U, right? Yeah.
And the load times on that game are hilarious. I started the game, went to the options. It took 30 fucking seconds to load the options, and that was after an update.
So did you look at the Metacritic score for the Wii U version of the
pretty
game?
low. It was like
Yeah,
40.
41. Yeah.
I don't know, and like I feel like this game isn't this bad. Like it's not a great game, but I feel like it could be okay.
When you have Kenji Inafune going, I own all the problems that came with this game, and if you want to hurl insults at me, it's totally my fault. I'm the key creator, and I will own that responsibility. That's a bad fucking sign.
And see, like, I was slightly interested in Recore because that's his joint, and now I don't.
Everyone's super excited for Record, but
Now I don't give a fuck, especially since it's gonna be a $40 game now.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Was that when Kim started, or did he get some
he's
publishers
just
on that?
he is
That's Microsoft back in that one.
I think you'll be a little bit better with that game. I think you're okay to still have faith in that game, but I would be with you to not be so excited about it because it's a $40 game.
Yeah, I don't know. Mighty Number 9 was such like a misfire, and like, granted, it only paid like $24 for it, and I think it's only $20 if you get it digitally.
4 hours long.
I mean, Mega Man games are always super short, so I
Not
get
very
it.
long.
Were they?
The credits are also 4 hours long.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you were good at a Mega Man game, you could probably beat it in less than 2 hours.
Your rundown is
games back in the day.
main and extra 3.5, 5.5, 6, 4, 4, 2.5. I guess this is what's X2? Is that 10-2? I don't even know.
Well, X2, they had X before they got to 10 because that was Nintendo was X. The first
anyway. Mega Man 3 hours. Legends was 10 hours. That's probably the Mega Man Legends 2 is 15 hours.
Yeah,
those Battle Network? What the fuck's Battle Network?
See, that's like a turn-based kind of thing.
Oh, see, okay, yeah. All the regular one, all the main entries look under 6 to 7 hours.
I feel like that's even a long time.
But I mean, that's a general of me looking at these, and some of them saying 5, one of them saying 6. So like they're all at least under that. A lot of the median's probably 3 to 4.
Man, I mean, I could never beat one. I may have beat X when I was a kid. But
I've never tried. Mega Man Soccer. Now we're talking.
Yeah, that'd be the best one.
How about? I mean, I typed in Mega Man on how long to beat, and it brought up Batman Mega Drive. 43 minutes. How long to beat?
Oh, Mega Drive's just the
perfect. I know. It's
Genesis.
Just the Genesis. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I don't know. I feel like I may try Mighty Number 9 again one day, but it pissed me off so bad. It's like I don't want to like play a game that makes me mad because like I can like go to my job and be mad. So like, why would I play a game that makes me mad?
I mean, I understand that. I twisted in half how many different controllers in my lifespan. I know that better than most, so I get it.
Yeah, I think that's all I played besides some Nintendo 64 stuff you probably don't want to hear about. So,
I mean, it depends on what it is. Hit me with a list.
I mean, some Rush 2, Extreme Racing USA.
Okay.
Some regular San Francisco Rush.
San Francisco Rush, I'm familiar with.
Some California Speed.
Ball 64.
They don't have a Ball 64, sadly.
Do you have the game that I played on Nintendo 64?
Iggy's Wrecking Balls?
Lucky and Wild.
That's not a Nintendo 64 game.
Oh, I didn't know if they had a Lucky and Wild 64 or not. I played Lucky and Wild in the arcade.
I was thinking that was a VR game, but that's Lucky's Tale or something.
Oh yeah, I wish I was playing Lucky's Tale. I'd be down to play some VR. Check that out. But nope, I just played Lucky and Wild with the coconut wife, and we spent so many coins on beating that game, but we beat it. It was bad. Real bad.
A shooting game? What is that?
Yeah, it's a driving and shooting game. One of you are driving and shooting, and the other one are just shooting. The other one's just shooting. It's basically like it's Tango and Cash or Starsky and Hutch kind of people. Basically, you have like 7 different levels. You catch the first dude, and then you don't catch the other guys, and then you finally beat the last stage. So it's it's all right. You have the Pink Cat's Garage, which is dirty for 1992, I guess.
Sounds all right.
Pink Pussy Garage. Yeah, it's fun. Fun to check out.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, sure. And then I beat the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game again for the second time.
The one? Which one?
I don't know.
Was it the Super Nintendo one we were playing?
Yes, it was the Super Nintendo one.
Turtles in Time.
Was Turtles in Time. No, wrong. Sorry, wrong. Nope, Turtles the other one.
Oh, just like the
No,
one
no
where
turtles in time.
with
We
the
did not go
fire
back in
and
time.
the fire in the
Right.
first stage and the bowling
Yeah,
ball things.
where you had the bowling balls and the cars backing over you and that shit.
Yep.
That
Wow,
was the one.
that's kind of rough.
Yeah, we
That makes
beat
hard.
that. We beat that a lot. We had 3 people playing it, so that was fun. That was pretty fun. So
Oh, nice.
that was cool. I of course Donatello, and yep, somebody played Raphael because why wouldn't they? And then we had a Leo, no Mikey because fuck Michelangelo, you know. So,
Mhm.
and then I mean, Lucky Wild might make my top 10 games of the year. So just
Fine, there's no rules.
You play the Aerosmith one?
I played that like the last, like not the last time, but the 2 times ago I beat Dimension. I'm sorry,
Revolution
X. Yeah, I
Yeah.
beat that time. So it's a good game, real good. That should be in my top 10 also.
Yep.
And then I played some Overwatch, which is so great. So play Overwatch. It's great. We talked a lot about Overwatch. So yay, Overwatch.
Hey.
Anything else for you guys? Anything else you got? Or we can head out to emails before we get out of here. Yes, that's right. We have an email.
E3 now?
I mean, it might be. I haven't looked at it yet. But do you guys have anything else to go over before we get into emails?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. I can't think of anything.
I would like to comment on the Reagan name for our sheet this week in our notes list. You had Ronnie Reagan, who was Ralph. Rondo of Reagan, which I believe is Rondo as a Rondo of Blood reference.
Yeah.
That was Ryan. And then I had to scramble for one because I didn't know what to do. And then I found out that there's this game on Steam called Reagan Gorbachev, which I just named.
It's on
Gorbachev,
Xbox One
yeah.
also.
Is it? Yeah, I just put that as my name, so I don't know what that is, but I thought that was funny. So, solid job on the names this week, gentlemen.
I wonder what that game is.
I don't know.
You just get on the Xbox store. You can watch people stream it, which is what I did.
Before we leave, are either of you going to get Inside? Get real good reviews. And I don't mean as in get inside, motherfucker. I just mean like the game. I knew you both know what I was talking about there.
I don't know. I'll have to watch some videos of it, so I'm not really sure what it plays like.
Check out the quick look. Giant Bob did a 20-minute quick look today, so check that out.
Is it a downloadable thing?
It's downloadable on Xbox and PC right now. It's by the Limbo people. So I would like one of you to play it. That'd be kind of cool. So I
Is
can
it out already?
Yeah,
Some
it
of
came out
that
today.
tomorrow, I think.
Oh, I thought it came out
Maybe
today.
it's today. I don't know.
When they were showing that at E3, I was like, oh, that'll probably come out around Christmas, and no, it's now. I must not have been paying attention.
I'm not sure. You must not have been, because it is out tomorrow. You were correct, Ralph. June 29th for Xbox One and July 7th for Windows.
It'll probably be free on something at some point.
I mean, that's a long time to wait.
I never paid for Limbo.
Giant Bomb gave it 5 stars. Who did the review? Brad Shoemaker, 5 stars.
For Limbo?
He wrote for Inside.
Oh.
He wrote a review for it even. So.
Oh, Davis
There's that.
did the Limbo one.
I mean, yeah. I mean, not the live Ryan Davis that we had message into us, the dead one.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the emails. You can always send your emails to the levelupshowpodcast@gmail.com, which no one does. Let's check this. This is the first time that we've had an email in quite some time. Let's see what we have here. Ralph, do you want to? I mean, you usually do the emails. Do you want to pull up the email account and read it, or should I just read it from what I have?
Go ahead. I don't trust my computer.
The email starts, "Hello, Felicia." I think that's backwards, but all right. In the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, young Link touches the Master Sword to become adult Link. When he is adult Link, he becomes young Link if he touches the Master Sword. What would happen if young Link waited until he was older than adult Link and then touched the Master Sword? Do you think older than adult Link would go back to young Link's time but not actually be young? If so, what happens to young Zelda touches older than adult Link's Master Sword? I feel like this might be a penis question, but this is also signed the entire Seattle Mariners team. So I mean, they must have not got the question answered before they got let go of from Nintendo. So maybe we can try to dissect this. First question is, what would happen if young Link waited until he was older than adult Link and then touched the Master Sword? I would assume then he just becomes like Grandpa Link, right? Wouldn't that be the thing?
I'm not sure. Nintendo doesn't really like make it. Like he could just become adult Link, the younger
Okay.
adult Link,
Uh-huh.
right? I mean, is
Maybe.
he in the young Link universe? I don't know. They don't make it clear.
What if he just becomes like Wind Waker Link?
What if he just becomes Zelda? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
All right.
becomes Bugs Bunny dressed as a woman. I don't know.
Okay. Sure. Ralph, do you have any input? Any input to that first question?
I mean, my mind has been blown by this question.
It's so weird.
That's the only part of me that's getting blown.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even remember if time progresses. Like when he touches the sword, does he go back to like the immediate point where
He is
was?
the sword.
Oh man,
So then the
Zelda's
second
always been
part,
touching the Master Sword.
second part of this question is: do you think older than adult Link would go back to young Link's time but not actually be young, or the better part of this question: what happens to young Zelda when she touches older than Link, older than adult Link's Master Sword? Now he's.
Oh, that's prison right there.
Is it? I mean, who's there to enforce it?
Time Ganon.
I feel like Ganon would be all for that or something. I don't know. He's always up to no good himself.
What about Groose? You guys probably don't know Groose. That's gonna fall flat. Groose was a Skyward Sword.
This is so dumb.
What about Tingle? No.
Hold on.
What's that? Is it? Damn it. Tingle.
I mean,
Majora's Mask.
it might tingle after she touches his Master Sword, but I don't really know.
Tingle was that Tingle? Super flamboyant? I don't remember. I don't remember what his name was.
I think if young Zelda touches older than adult Link's Master Sword, I think she definitely is going to get a surprise because it's going to take her someplace.
That's how she becomes a woman, I'm afraid.
That's how she becomes Samus Aran. Isn't that the story?
Do they play that once, twice, 3 times a lady song when it happens? Or,
She was forced to be a woman.
What is she? Who is she in Smash Brothers? Is it Marth? Was it?
What?
Who's like the non-Zelda character? What's her name?
Sheik?
Sheik. That's what it is. The Iron.
It is Zelda. I mean,
Yeah,
spoilers.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the spoilers.
Marth.
Yeah, Marth.
What the fuck?
Maybe older than adult Link's Master Sword is crazy, and it takes her into a completely different game series. I don't know. That shit could be as crazy as a case of Lupa. You know what I'm saying? Like it could just be crazy.
Hold on. Is older than adult Link blind?
Yeah.
He could. I mean, he's gotten older than regular adult Link, so he definitely could be. The question doesn't say how much older.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's centuries.
So, I mean, it could be even creepier for her to be touching his Master Sword if he's like 80-year-old Link.
Blind Link.
Does he wear glasses?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Does anybody wear glasses in Zelda?
Ganon. I don't know.
The only way to defeat Ganon
Epona.
The only way to defeat Ganon is Zelda has to blow Link's Master Sword out of the water with the Ocarina of Time. Isn't that a thing in Zelda?
Well, I mean, usually blowing into the Ocarina of Time.
Well, I mean, you could have. Maybe next week we'll get an email about blowing the Ocarina. Maybe that'll be a thing. We'll see. Send your emails to levelupshowpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for all of the social media interaction that we had this week. Like I said, head over to facebook.com/levelupshowpodcast. Give that a like. TLUSP on the Twitter is the handle, and then the Gmail is there. And then if you want to find us personally, you can find links to that.
You can have our addresses.
Yeah, it's 555 Go Fuck Yourself Drive, and
It rhymes.
I know, it's so cool. It's like I planned it.
Is that in the United States or is that Canada?
No, it's in
United
Russia.
States, Minnesota.
It's in Russia. Yeah, in Minnesota. It's in
Or
Seattle.
City?
In
City
Seattle.
named United States. It's a bad city.
It's in Moon City, the only city we believe in, guys.
Yeah,
It's
I was
Moon
close.
City.
I was close to Earth City recently. So
Yeah,
Did you stop by? Apparently they got an Amazon warehouse there or something. They got a lot of stuff.
I was afraid of the war. The Amazon War House.
Yeah.
You should be afraid of the Amazon whorehouse. That's the one you should be afraid of.
Oh, I love the Amazon.
$1 million fantasy ranch. Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Level Up Show podcast. Tune in next week when we talk about blowing all kinds of ocarinas. For Ryan, for Ralph, I am Derek. Touch that Master Sword.
Hold reset, then hit power.
Bye. Bye.